Before you get to this step, be sure to paint all of your tree collars with cottage white paint.
To get started, you want to make sure that you have all of your tree collar pieces, your stripe template, pencil, some masking tape, an artist brush, and then your roulette paint with another paintbrush. So the first step is to take your template, and you'll see that it's labeled with the bottom. You'll line that up with the bottom of your foam piece. And then this template is just for marking. You won't actually be painting over this. We don't want it to get messy because you will have a lot of pieces to paint. And so once this is lined up with the bottom, you'll go ahead and just mark off where your stripe is. And then I'm marking it on the top and bottom at either end, and then doing the same in this other stripe. Top and bottom, the top and the bottom. And then you can remove this. And then I'm gonna mark the whole stripe with paint or with a pencil here. So I'm gonna use one of my other pieces as a straight edge. So very lightly put a pencil line here. And then I'll repeat with this one. So now I have a light pencil line in there. You could probably barely see it. I'm going to take the painter's tape and then tape from one point to the other, or just follow my lines. And you'll just press that down firmly. Now we won't be painting stripes down the edges of this, so the side doesn't really matter so much. Your tape can do whatever on the sides. When you're giving these the first coat of paint, which is the cottage white that's on here, you want to make sure that any of the writing that's on the foam is on the inside. And I can show you, this one has some writing on the other side. You can see that there's indents here. We want that to be hidden. So when you go to pick your side for stripes, this would not be the side that you should pick. You can go ahead and begin painting. Be careful not to go outside of your tape. And this was the 1-inch masking tape. You will be getting sent a 2-inch as well. The 1-inch works really nicely for this because you can do both stripes at one time. And this will need 2 coats as well. So we'll go ahead and just get this first coat on here. Okay, so once everything is dry, painting-wise, you'll remove the tape and then make sure to touch up any little extra marks with your cottage white or roulette paint. And so then next up is assembling your tree collar. A couple things here. They are tapered, but the top and bottom are not also angled, so this is a little bit tricky, but what you want is for this side, your top edge to match up. So you'll see if I just set this on the table like this, they don't match up. So when you go to screw this in, you're going to lift up on this piece before screwing it in. And so I'm gonna hold on to that. And actually, I might set something under there. Like a putty knife to keep it in place. Oops. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and stick one of my screws part of the way in before screwing it in. And then I'll go ahead and screw this in. Again, just holding on to that top point. You don't really need to worry about what's happening at the bottom right now. Ooh. Just making sure your top is lined up. I'm gonna line up my edges And then screw this in. And then you want to screw it in until the screw goes a bit beneath the surface of the foam. We're going to fill these holes with some patch and paint when we get all the way through. So a screw at the top, a screw at the bottom should be good, and then you'll repeat attaching your other sides. Okay, and there you have your tree collar. So next up then is patching your holes. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my patch and paint and a putty knife and just fill that. We can come back with a little bit of sandpaper if there's any bumps later. And once it's dry, you can go ahead and touch it up with some cottage white paint.